know who this guy is? After digging up these short 2-minute little clips, I could have swore the guy was a psychic. Is what he said 30 and 60 years ago unfolding before our eyes? Listen to what this historic defender of the Constitution said 30 to 60 years ago. Welcome back to all the subscribers and our community. Your guys' comments keep getting better and better. Please keep it up, and I will continue trying to get through all the comments and keep getting the info out. And again, if you're brand new here, be sure to hit the notification bell if you'd like to stay up to date with our updates and our how-to videos. Let's jump into this one. If you guys are anything like me, you love clips like this. And if you're around 40 years old or older, you remember this guy. Any younger, the chances of you hearing his broadcasts are probably pretty slim. This man happened to be one of the men that stood up for the Constitution. He was listened to by millions and millions of fans for over 30 years. He was most likely to be known as a legend, an icon for many of the patriotic speakers today, like Tucker Carlson, Sean Hannity, Dan Bongino, Judge Jeannie, Laura Ingraham, Glenn Beck, and many, many more. Let's give my dad a quick call, see if he remembers Paul Harvey.
Hello?
Hey Dad, how's it going?
Oh, fine. I have to walk over by the Wi-Fi pole to get to talk a little better.
Oh, okay. Hey, do you remember Paul Harvey?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that who Grandpa used to listen to like all the time?
Yeah.
Well, what do you remember about him?
Oh, he had kind of I don't know, he was just a good announcer.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Probably like millions of people listen to him, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I have this short 2-minute clip that I want you guys to listen to by Paul Harvey in 1991. Like I said, 30 years ago, listening to it, you would have thought the guy was a psychic or a Nostradamus. And stick around after this short clip. I have one more bonus short clip that is even older and even more powerful.
An ozone hole is opening up over the United States, we were told, the effects of which were already measurable in an increase in skin cancer. On the contrary, destroying chlorine around the polar vortex has been declining since January. A major objective of a recent shuttle mission was to determine the scope and scale of the so-called ozone hole, and the silence since has been deafening from those whose livelihood depends on creating crises. Recent data from the Upper Atmosphere Research Satellites affirms that any problem is less, it's not greater. Ozone levels fluctuate all of the time, partly because of volcanic activity and solar flares. But MIT's technology review has made an exhaustive study of worldwide ocean temperatures since 1851, has concluded that there appears to have been little or no global warming over the past century. In fact, the net rise in world surface temperature during the last century, which was about 1%, almost all occurred before 1940, and that was before aerosols, and that has since been reversed. Former NASA chief Robert Jastrow and former Scripps director William Nierenberg, past president of the American Academy of Sciences, Frederick Seitz, all have concluded in a scathing rebuke of those who make money by predicting global warming, quote, if we allow ourselves to be influenced by press release, we could spend $1 trillion over the next decade destroying what's left of the American economy in an utterly unnecessary attempt to repeal the Industrial Revolution.
So what do you think? Are people getting controlled by the media? Is that what you've been seeing play out over the last few years? He predicted it 30 years ago. And this next clip is even more powerful. In 1964, Paul Harvey warned the nation. Listen to this clip from 1964. I saved the best for last. It's absolutely amazing how well he nailed it from 58 years ago. It just blows my mind how well he nailed it from that long ago. So be sure to share this video, honor the legend, give the guy the credit for giving the people the good old I told you so. And also leave a comment down below. Let me know if you remember Paul Harvey, what you thought of him. So let's listen to this next powerful segment from Harvey.
If I were the devil, I wouldn't be happy until I had seized the ripest apple on the tree. Thee. So I'd set about, however necessary, to take over the United States. I'd subvert the churches first. I'd begin with a campaign of whispers. With the wisdom of a serpent, I would whisper to you as I whispered to Eve, do as you please. To the young, I would whisper that the Bible is a myth. I would convince them that man created God instead of the other way around. I would confide that what's bad is good and what's good is square. And the old I would teach to pray after me, Our Father, which art in Washington. And then I'd get organized. I'd educate authors in how to make lurid literature exciting so that anything else would appear dull and uninteresting. I'd threaten TV with dirtier movies and vice versa. I'd peddle narcotics to whom I could. I'd sell alcohol to ladies and gentlemen of distinction. I'd tranquilize the rest with pills.
We have been warned time and time again for over 58 years. But you know what? The narration of what's unfolding before our eyes goes back even further than that. Yep, biblical times. Many stories from the Bible are unfolding before our eyes. And like I've said, we don't know how the timeline's going to play out, but I can say it's going to get worse and worse day by day, as we've been so prominently experiencing recently. So I can recommend to you guys, be in a better place. Get prepped. If you haven't started prepping, start prepping now. Prepping and being prepped, being self-sufficient, is a way that you can be better off throughout this whole thing. Take care, everyone. Keep learning, keep doing. We'll see you guys on the next one.